installation of the sports IT at Afro Connect Tech. Today we'll be discussing a lot of interesting topics, and I have very prepared guests to discuss these topics with me. I have with me.
My name is Uchenna.
My name is Uwa and Diamond.
Yes, you're welcome again. Like I said, we have very interesting topics. Guys, are you excited about all that is happening in the world of sports currently?
Yeah, basically for me, the world of sports doesn't stop. It's continuous, and then this is just a prelude of what we'll see when the season starts. So everybody's trying to get back in shape, both the women, both the men, and then as we can see, I believe it's going well.
Okay, Diamond.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new season because because of the transfer window, every season try to present an exciting opportunity, exciting features that we can't wait to watch.
Yes. Okay. The previous week, Nigerians were made very happy when our Super Falcons won a historic 10th Women African Cup of Nations trophy, and it was made more special by the way they won, coming back from 2-0 down to win. What were your thoughts about that game?
Okay, I think presently for me, many things happened, many surprises. First of all, they were unbeaten throughout the tournament. And on the last day, they were 2 goals down, and in Spain they call it remontada. So in second half, they came out, they started brilliantly well, and before we knew it, they already won. Morocco was a goal down before they could even understand what was happening. The second one came, and as if the icing on the cake was still waiting to come, they now know Okoronko now tipped that ball over for a very glorious kick, and Nigerians we couldn't hold it, because I remember most people already turned up that they tried to the final, they tried. So if anything happens, okay, well they tried and everything.
Yeah.
No, they really actually Nigeria was one of the favorites, but people did not know that final would turn out that way, and I'm happy it turned out. It happened.
Very, very important mention. You mentioned Okoronko. I think she played a very important role in that match. Diamond.
Yeah, Okoronko played a very important role. At least having a 2 assists and a goal in a final is not easy. And also the coach. I think the coach deserves all the praises, because coming from a 2 goals down in a final, not everything can do that. Trying to motivate them, trying to tell them there is hope in the match, in the second half and everything. Kudos to the coach, and kudos to the Super Falcons also.
Yes, very, very important mention. The coach.
Yeah.
It's not easy. At times the players take credit for victories, and when it's not going well,
we blame
the coach. So it's very important that you mention the coach, and kudos to him. It was a very important winning goal from Echejini. So that winning goal in the 88th minute must have been very special for the Super Falcons. Can you take us through that goal?
Okay, I'll start by saying it shows individual brilliance and then teamwork. Because first of all, I would like to highlight that Okoronko entered that team displacing people like our former striker Oshola, and then Merenini and some other people who were already in the squad and they were doing well. So it showed that she is on top of her game. And then just like I said, it was not the normal free kick that the player tries to coil and then players go after it with their head. No, this one they even had to even check the offside trap. They did not oversee it, so they knew what was coming, and then it was directed to the player who has not even spent up to a minute on the pitch. So
you're saying you think it was like a practice in the training ground?
Yes, it was a tactics they practiced, and then he worked to perfection.
Wow. Diamond, playing away to Morocco, in Morocco's home ground with the crowd, we saw the intimidating crowd, and going down 2-0 I must have taken a lot of spirit from these ladies to come back 3-2 and win this trophy. Do you think there was an extra motivation from the need to win the 10th trophy, the Project X they called it? Do you think there was extra motivation on the girls, or do you think it was just down to hunger, desire, and what do you think?
I think anything that happened in that second half, the coach should be asked, because even the extra motivation that came into the game with of winning the 10th trophy was dashed out in the 20-something minutes of the game. So anything that happened in the second half was done in that 15 minutes break, in which I don't know what the coach said to them, but whatever he did a great job, and the results came out. So kudos to him.
From the coach.
Yeah.
Well, okay, we saw the ladies come back to Nigeria, and there was a celebration of sorts. Of course, they were hosted at the Aso Rock Villa by the president, and we also saw very generous gifts from the president: $100,000 per person, and a 3-bedroom flat in Abuja per person. Diamond, excessive? What do you think? Is that too much, or would you say it's been well earned and they deserve it?
For me, some people have their own opinion. Some say it's excessive, some say it's well deserved. For me, it's not excessive. It's not that. That's how we should be encouraging other talents, because that is a talent. Not everyone can play that football. So the only thing we can ask the government is to extend that generosity to other fields, not only the football. So like someone that has a first class university should be encouraged.
Interesting.
So I think it's a generosity that's well deserved.
Interesting. But what do you have to say?
I agree. I totally agree with you. It should be balanced. We have a society, a country where, I don't know, it seems the more things get social buzz, So I think, I agree totally with him, with his points. It should be balanced. It should be across all boards. Well, nobody is against rewarding talent.
Yeah.
What we are against is when it's done for people somehow who looks clearly like they don't need, because actually most of those super
professionals.
I'm not saying yes, they are professionals. They play. Most of them, none of them are home based.
Most of them
they play
Americans.
They are being paid even for being on summer break.
Yeah.
You understand? So I have no problem with how much remuneration is given to them, but it should be done across. So it shouldn't be that teachers are not getting paid and coppers are
not getting paid well.
Not even the people who have increase in payment. The requisite proportion in society is not showing, because you can be paid a lot, and then when you come out, if you can't spend it very well on things, and maybe you still have to spend almost all that before you meet your daily needs. I think that's where the problem is.
Yes, so it is clear at Sports IT we don't have a problem with that.
We don't have a problem.
We're just calling on the government to actually make these sort of things spread across. Let our students feel encouraged as well. Let other people, let the economy,
other professions
feel this sort of input.
We should not be in a country where we are writing Jamb in the night with kerosene and lanterns.
Okay, so we'll move on. The Nigerian Premier League, it's heating up, and the fixture lists has been released. Diamond, you have information on the fixture list for us?
Yeah, I think the first week is out. The time and everything is out. So shall we
yes, we'll begin with our own
Rangers.
Charity begins at home. We'll talk about our own home team, Enugu Rangers.
Okay,
what is the first fixture for the
Enugu Rangers will be playing at home with Kun Caliphate.
Okay.
A newly promoted side in the MPLF.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the other notable teams? The defending champions, Remo Stars.
Yeah, Remo Stars will be playing with Rivers United at home also.
Oh, okay. Give us a full rundown of the fixture list.
Okay. Abia Warriors are playing with Kano Pillars at home also. Academy Warriors of Uyo are playing at home with Bende. Shooting Stars are playing at home with Bayelsa United. Niger is playing at home with Nasarawa United. Remo Stars are playing at home with Rivers United. Wicked Tourists are playing at home with Plateau United. Kwara is playing with Korodu City at home also. So Baro, the newly promoted team, are playing at home with Imba.
Wow.
So it's a very daunting task for the newly promoted team.
Yes. And Rangers, is that all?
Yeah, that's all
okay.
For the first week.
Rangers hosting Kun Caliphate, the newly promoted team. What are your thoughts?
I must commend the Nigerian Professional Premier League. It's not as if it's not something that doesn't happen, but it's even enviable to hear that some clubs actually go on relegation and then some other people come up. And just like we are talking about Kun Caliphate, they are owned by Owerri, so it's also part of the Southeast. And I think the culture of footballing league in Nigeria is actually coming up, and they are going to be tested for stars, because Enugu Rangers not quite a while ago were the defending champions.
Yes,
so I've heard what I saw about the Caliphate. They say they also play a perfect blend of football. They have attacking flares and something. So I feel it's maybe not to prove a point, but to actually really test themselves with the professionals at the home-based team. So I feel it's a match that, if Rangers don't properly guide their porters well, they might find out they are surprised. They might find out, because if anybody can pull off a new stunt, it's the new guys in town.
The new team, fresh motivation,
extra motivation, yes. They want to put themselves in the league.
And just like we usually say, you don't know their training pattern. You obviously have something they can watch and know how you play. They know your players, but you don't know most things about them. So most time people find out on the pitch.
Yes.
When you don't do your homework well, or you don't prepare for opportunities, it might not. But we trust our own Rangers. We are not going to write them off. Yeah, they also have. I heard they brought up new stars.
Speaking of the transfer, we saw an unveiling video of Mwobodo.
Yeah.
He's back to Rangers Football Club. What's your thoughts, Diamond?
First of all, the unveiling video was superb. I was like, wow, Nigerian team can do this type of unveiling video, and portraying our culture, because that place in Obiago, portraying our culture. So
where the Ijele
Masquerade bus stop. So the unveiling video was okay and is a top notch. But then I just anytime they sign new players, I don't want to say whether he's a success or until he starts proving himself. So let's hope that he's going to prove himself in Rangers.
Interesting. Well, of course, we all love the Nigerian Premier League, because we have to start watching
from
our own league. I know we enjoy the European leagues and all of that, but we must begin to watch our own.
Speaking about that, there were times that I think many years back, I don't want to call regimes or under giving fair to maybe the governor in power, but there were times, there were not quite long ago, that everybody could usually, the gate fees were affordable. It was even as if it were Saturdays or Friday party night out, where
everybody wants to go out.
You go out with somebody.
Yes, I go and watch.
In fact, then the stadiums were usually overcrowded.
Yes.
They would be checking tickets at some point. You can't accommodate this number. So some people would be outside making noise, and so there were times that they could all those things. But we have to invest in sports, just like we say, in terms of security, in terms of the stadium equipment and marketing, and then good publicity, because some of these things immediately after, when you talk about European, a few minutes after the match, you can see the updates online, you can see the highlights. But before you see our own, you have to even go and check the club video that have them there. It seems as if it's a patent or something they don't get, which is something that is supposed to promote. So we have to do a lot.
Media attention. Okay, that's it's been a very interesting discussion of sports from Africa and all around the globe here on Afro Tech Connect. Guys, any last word as we close up for today? Diamond.
I think the season, the transfer news, the pre-season and the Club World Cup is already, I can't wait for new season to start. There's a lot of potentials I have seen. So this year's Champions League is going to be more competitive more than the last season. So I can't wait for the league, the Champions League and I remember that next year is the World Cup year. So a lot to watch out for.
I think you speak for all of us
Yes.
in the studio when you say you can't wait for the next season to start.
Okay, for me, I will measure mainly on players getting rest. During the era, I saw most of the women picking either a knocks
Yes.
or this. So I hope even with the tight schedule, with all the Asian tour, with all the preseason match, they should find a way to play it safe, rest well, eat right, and then train well. Because this new season is going to be a new season.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, we've come to the end of our show today. Personally, I think this season will be one of the best we've seen in a very long time. Every team seems to be prepared for the season. Buying, selling, preseason. Some teams are taking a break already, given their involvement in the World Cup. So from us, it's bye-bye, and we'll see you next time.